What's up guys, I'm J-Man, and I know I've done plenty of videos on this movie already, so this is probably going to be my last one. Probably. But I won't necessarily be talking about the movie itself, or rather not just that, but rather the reception to the movie. To this day, the movie is still very divisive. People have made countless videos defending it, including myself. Some have made videos criticizing it, some of which are even feature-length. The naysayers tend to be like, a movie that needs defending is clearly a bad movie, while the yay-sayers tend to be like, the movie is misunderstood and that's why it needs defending. Well, I'm here to say to all the lovers of Batman v Superman, let the haters hate it all they want. And it's not just because people are entitled to their own opinion, which they definitely are, and it's also not because it may not be worth trying to convince them since their mind is already made up. But it's actually because, since they view the movie a different way, they're actually helping to prove the movie right about something. First of all, Nathan Knows already did a damn good video on this subject, so please check that out. If you have time. But for now, I'll just say that the movie has many different themes in it, as I've illustrated before in my other videos. But the one not really talked about all that much is the theme of perception. The way we perceive things based on our individual perspective and our individual experience. Literally everything in the movie is about perspective. The way the movie starts is with something we've already seen from the previous movie, only from a different point of view, which is Bruce's. The way he views Superman is the same way he views the killer of his parents, which is why he has such a hate for him. Becoming Batman helped him to feel powerful again in stopping bad people from committing crimes and taking lives. Now he suddenly feels powerless again and views Superman as the culprit from his perspective. Even all the camera angles in the film have to do with the theme of perspective. Looking up means that we're looking at something from a powerless perspective. Looking down means that we're looking at it from a powerful perspective. Right side up, upside down. Falling, rising up, etc. Lex Luthor hates Superman because of his own personal experience with his father, which influences the way he sees the world. And because of this, he always feels the need to have power over something he can't control. Anything he wants, he gets, no matter what it takes. And with the arrival of Superman, he too suddenly feels powerless again, just as his father made him feel. He even says to Superman in the film,
"They need to see the fraud you are. With their eyes."
His whole plan is all about getting people to view Superman the way he does, to change their perspective to be just like his. Or the alternative, which is Superman's death. He frames Superman to make him look guilty to the world. He even sends both him and Bruce pictures and notes to help fuel the flame of how they perceive each other, thus creating this unfounded hatred for the other in the hopes that they will spar. The media in the film, as Snyder put it himself, is meant to be the third main character in the film. It's meant to illustrate the public viewpoint of how they perceive Superman, which is both good and bad. The way the public views Lex Luthor is as a wealthy philanthropist, but we the audience see who he truly is based on our viewpoint. Also, you know the line that everyone questions about calling a bucket of piss Granny's peach tea? Well, that's another thing that has to do with the theme of perception. About taking something and viewing it a certain way, thus giving it a different name, as it were.
Can I call you June?
You can call me whatever you like. Take a bucket of piss and call it Granny's peach tea. Take a weapon of assassination and call it deterrence. You won't fool a fly or me. I'm not gonna drink it.
There are many, many different things in the movie that all have to do with the theme of perception. Now, if we apply this to real life, you might see it's actually no different. People are judging this movie based on their own perspective and experience with it. In a way, this whole movie is like Superman's character, and people are judging it based on its merits and its failings. So above all, it's okay that people hate it, because the truth is, they're actually helping to illustrate the whole point. People view things differently. No one is right and no one is wrong. Every perspective is unique. One of the things the movie is trying to tell us is that you need to personally approach something in order to understand it, rather than judging from what you see afar and calling it the truth. Look for the facts rather than jumping to conclusions. Don't cherry pick what you see, look at the broader picture. So I say to all of you, if you either love or hate this movie and you know someone who thinks otherwise, try to understand why they feel that way. You might just have something to talk about. or at the very least have a fun debate. But please, never hate someone for thinking differently than you. Always be open to new ideas. So those are my supposedly final thoughts on Batman v Superman. Now please tell me, why do you either love or hate the film? Whatever it is, don't be shy, leave a reply. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and please support me on Patreon. All links are down below. And if you like this video, you can like, comment, and subscribe to the J-Man. Keep looking deep.